This is the Liberty Sphere Report. I'm Anthony G. Martin. I have a question for Rachel Maddow at MSNBC. Who stated the following? The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time by the blood of patriots and of tyrants. I bet you don't know, Miss Maddow, who was the first to state those words. For in your hit piece against an American patriot this week on your program on MSNBC, you claimed that an individual who quoted those words was a domestic terrorist for having done so. Well, I would like to inform you and others who are showing their ignorance of U.S. history that the man who first uttered those words is none other than one of our founders, Thomas Jefferson. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time by the blood of patriots and of tyrants. Why would one of the founders of the United States Constitution and of our nation say such a thing? Because our founders understood the inherent danger in majority rule or democracy. We do not have a pure democracy in this country. We have a constitutional republic, a representative democracy, which is very different from majority rule. In a representative constitutional republic, the rights of the minorities are protected against the will of the majority. So the majority does not always rule in a true constitutional democracy as outlined in the U.S. Constitution. This way, rights are protected no matter what the majority wants. Yet, Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin and others of our founders understood the danger that when people figure out that they can vote themselves a bounty from the public treasury at the expense of the taxpayers, then our form of government is essentially over, and our government loses its moral authority to govern, for at that point we have tyranny and government oppression rather than liberty. And thus, the man that Rachel Maddow claims is a domestic terrorist, a man by the name of Mike Vanderboe, was merely quoting one of our founders who was delineating a central principle of the beliefs of those who gave to us this gift of a nation based upon the principles of human liberty. And that is that from time to time, when democracy is soiled and corrupted by people who figure out that by a majority vote they can live off the bounty of others without having to produce themselves, then it is time for, quote, hope and change of a different kind than that which Barack Obama preaches on a regular basis. These principles are not domestic terrorism. They do not comprise tyranny. This is not government oppression. This is about individual liberty, individual freedom. The right of every human being in America to chart their own course, make their own way, and to avail themselves of the opportunities that exist for self-advancement and prosperity. It does not mean that we owe our fellow citizens prosperity. That is taking from one to give to another by force, government sanction. And the last time I checked, such a thing is stealing, and we throw people in jail for stealing. This has been the Liberty Sphere Report. I'm Anthony G. Martin.